Hey, Owen, what's going on, Empty? How's everybody doing? Alrighty. Let's get this party started. Packing for a trip. John Winks, what's going on, bud? Let's see if I can, let's see if we can get out of this live stream rut that I've been in. This live stream rut that I've been in. For whatever reason, YouTube has not been promoting my my lives, and I'm trying to figure out what is causing that. So all right, so if you guys want to help share and everything, I don't know. I think it's just not going into. I think it's just not going into the shorts feeds. I think it's being skipped. I think it's very, very seldom that anybody's seeing this show up in their feed, and I'm not sure why. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm trying to. Trying a couple different things. Trying to see if this can get out there. But it's just going to depend on how the CA doc. So, a couple things. I was on. So I don't know if any of you know, but there's a lot of people that have been asking what's going on with Iran, what's going on with the potential for World War III, and how is Ukraine falling into that? How is Russia falling into that? Because Russia is one of Iran's allies. China is kind of one of Iran's allies. And then, of course, you have some of those, not so great organizations. You've got Hezbollah and Hamas and the Houthi and Al Qaeda and ISIS and the Taliban. All these organizations that are associated with and allied with Iran. So how does that affect us now that we've taken the fight to Iran? So it affects us actually in a really good way. From like just looking at things practically, looking at things, I'm not coming at this. I mean, I'm kind of coming at this from a military standpoint, but I'm coming at this from an economic standpoint, from a global standpoint, from a security standpoint. And then we can talk about some of the other things like toxic people. Some people brought up some things that I've seen in a couple of other live streams, and then also just some behavior that I've seen. And I really want to talk about some of that stuff because I think it's an important subject to talk about. But I actually have no idea if I have no idea if my live is even getting out anywhere, even remotely. So, maybe I'll change it up a bit. What's going on, Carson? There's only like 3 people in here, man. I don't know what I did to piss off YouTube, but man, nobody, like YouTube does not, my stuff is not, okay, so CA is done. That's good. IR. Let's check out IR. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I did. Yep, Carson's here. World famous Carson Hansen. So, yeah, Carson, you're killing it lately, but man, I have no idea what's actually going on. I only ever see like at most 4 people watching the stream, and I have no idea if that's accurate or inaccurate. So, yeah. Oh, just I've seen people still bringing up like what's going to happen with Iran, and like CNN talked about sleeper cells. There's this rumor about an intelligence report saying that the Iranian nuclear facilities aren't in as bad of damage. Just it's not being let go, and people are still talking about it. So I was just gonna talk about just the strategic effect, and what it means economically for the world, just from a perspective of a regular dude who happens to have a little bit of different insight than maybe other folks, if that makes sense. And then I was going to talk a little bit about toxic people. Then obviously anybody that wants to bring up gun stuff can talk about gun stuff, and we'll talk about gun stuff. That's what I like doing more, is talking about gun stuff. But I also like to answer questions. So anyhow, we'll see. So let's go ahead and talk about the Iran rumors, sleeper cells, and nuclear capabilities. So there were some rumors that went out that Iran actually wasn't hit as hard as what the U.S. tried to make it sound like they were. And that there may not have been as effective, the strikes weren't as effective against their nuclear research facilities as, the Trump administration tried to make it out. So that's all of the open source data that I have seen says that is incorrect. That there is only one rumored report that was leaked only to CNN that the strikes were not completely and entirely effective in their goals. So I feel like the first thing we need to address is I don't believe that CNN is doing the vetting that they ought to do for their sources and for their leaks, which probably isn't a surprise to anyone who watches this particular YouTube channel, but yeah. Who all's even on right now? Am I just talking to 4 versions of myself? That wouldn't shock me if that was the case. I hear you, Vortex. I hear you. So there are people in here. It is just mind-boggling to me. I mean, Carson, you saw, I used to get, I wonder if I got reported or something. I wonder if there's a way to look at that. Can you look in your dashboard? Can you see like how many likes versus dislikes you get? I wonder if yeah, exactly, Vortex, exactly. Yeah, so I'm not getting, like, I'm in the 90s for my likes versus dislikes. I'm in the 97%. So what is causing I want to see something. I think I know what I need to check. So that's what's going on. Is 30% of my traffic is being found from shorts. But what's happening is I'm getting 681 impressions, so they're throwing my video out there, and it's not, people aren't clicking on it. Yeah, nobody's watching from Logan. Why is the camera pointing at your guns? Because I changed up the room. I wanted people, because I know that a lot of people wanted to know about the guns and wanted to see them better, and it was kind of dirty, so I cleaned up the room, made it look like that. Interesting. So like yesterday, I was almost entirely watched on mobile devices for when I was cleaning my office. Yeah, so I'm looking at some metrics right now to see what's going on. Yesterday when I was cleaning my office, they only did 104. It said 104 impressions, so it wasn't even in the shorts feed. My video from yesterday when I was cleaning the office, that didn't go in the shorts feed, but it was watched almost entirely on a mobile phone. Last night when I went live, where I said change is good, that was in the shorts feed, but it was mostly watched on computer, which wouldn't have shown up on mobile devices. And most of my views are coming from subscribers, which is good, but it doesn't help me grow. Yeah, I know that's really weird. I actually use the metrics tools a lot to try to see what's going on, like with my channel. So when did it stop? So let me see this. 327 impressions. Huh. No, come on. So a bunch of people watched me on computer on my last really big live stream. When I did my 9K sub, when I tried to get as many people as I could to subscribe. Because that had 9,000 views, and that was June 24th, so that was about a week ago. What was my next? Okay, and then Huh. It's kind of interesting seeing seeing how this worked. Just seeing how my different I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
My work is easy because I use ClickUp. Here's
I'm gonna try something, guys. I'm gonna kill this stream, and I'm gonna try something a little different. I'm gonna try something a little bit different. Stand by.